I mean, the problem of this country, people who said like
there is no problem in this country. Don't even tell me there is a problem.
No, the issues, economic issues that we are having.
There is no economic issue.
So what would
we
you
are just stealing we are just stealing the poor people dry.
Is that what you describe the current state of how Nigerians are feeling about I mean, how the country it is?
Go and ask them on the street. They will tell you better than me.
But this problem is not caused by this government alone.
Why do you, Mike? Did you go to school at all?
No, the reason I'm asking.
No. Did you go to school at all?
The reason I'm
asking. Which school did you go?
I understand your
Did you go to school?
Alaji, I went to school. I'm a graduate. And the reason
from where? From where?
I went to University of Uyo, Alaji.
Where?
University of Uyo in Akwa Ibom.
Uyo?
Yes.
They should. The NUC should withdraw the license of that university.
Alaji, I may understand your concern, but the reason why we are having all of these views is, if we needed to take this decision, if we needed to go through this part by removing subsidy, which you said you agreed, but the implementation is a problem. Right?
No. I didn't say it. I didn't tell you I agree. I didn't tell you that. I said we could have done it the other way around. The other way around is that, what is this that is called the subsidy? What causes this subsidy? Are some people helping themselves? If some people are helping themselves, can we plug the loopholes? And if we plug the loopholes, what is it that we can save? Look, I said I agree with some of the aspects of the tax bill, including the principles. But for now, some of the principles, but for now, the ordinary man doesn't have the strength to carry any increase in tax, any increase in VAT, and any increase that will skyrocket cost of transport, cost of food, and cost of this. This is not the time to do, however good it is not the time to bring such hardship on ordinary Nigerians. And what you should do is to stop wastage by public officers. Once we stop that, and the other aspect I would have fought against is the attempt to close state fund, because without state fund, education is dead in Nigeria. Because any development that you see in any tertiary institution in Nigeria in the last 15 years was done by state fund. I hope you are from Akwa Ibom. You have a lot of petrodollars. But in many parts of the country, in fact, including Akwa Ibom, because yesterday I got to know how much is being invested in the University of Uyo on the instruction of the Senate President from that fund. And you want to close that. You want to close Naseni. You want to close this. You want to close that, just to pack the money in a basket for somebody to carry.
So you entirely feel that there are some content and part of that tax reforms that needs to also be withdrawn?
Of course. Not only that. What was it? What was the formula of sharing before? Bring it and compare it with the suggested formula of sharing. You don't even know. Before, the local governments are supposed to get 60% of VAT. Now, it is 20% because you have to send the money to the states and with a direction for one state to get as much as possible, more than all the others put together. And not only that, you know, you have to use the security to find out what are the people saying. Anybody that has got anything to do with money in Nigeria belong to one tribe. So it makes other people uncomfortable and suspicious.
I mean, this is a bill already in the floor of the National Assembly. Those that will have to, I mean, it's a legislative matters as well. And of course, having this concern, the president had to look, can they go back to have more consultations? Because he looks at the quarters of the Northern Governors Forum was about let's get this into the point of consulting the people, having to negotiate the people. But where people are applauding that we cannot, throw the baby out of the water, because some of the content of the bills are fantastic to address the many taxes issues that we're having, because there are various concerned companies are leaving the country and all of that. Do you feel that away from the voices of consultations, you should allow the National Assembly to really have to go into that deliberation better?
Ordinarily, the National Assembly represents the people. But in reality, the National Assembly today does not represent the people. They represent the government from where they get their cut.
You have members of your party in the National Assembly?
Of course we have.
So
are they different from other Nigerians?
National Assembly is better off.
Let me tell you something. For example, this bill. You can expand the tax basket, but you have no authority to share. The sharing of the money is the absolute responsibility of Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission. It's not the president. Where every state has a representative. You've not been talking about that. So even if they pass this bill, Mike can go to court and throw it out because they have overreached. And mind you, Sanusi is a citizen of Nigeria, and he has a right to say or not to say his mind. Nobody can intimidate him. Of course, government doesn't like him, we know. Federal government doesn't like him. They are putting all obstacles. They should please have patience and wait and conduct a free and fair election in Kano in 2007. If they win, they can remove him. When we come back, we will reinstate him.
Tonight wasn't really to focus on the Emir Tosun.
Because you started the topic with the Sanusi.
I was
quoting the subject matter, and he said he told you.
CBN governor of Nigeria. I was coming from that angle about Sanusi. But Alhaji, let me get your take about how would you describe? The government said they are looking at painting the picture of this country, saying that the nation's reforms have started yielding results. I understand. You clearly said it looks at things. We've also painted a picture of the fact that the reality on ground is that life of Nigerians, is actually at a war state. But when government said it's already yielding results, give me more time. The president has come out and this broadcast to acknowledge the hardship, the concern, how this has impacted Nigerians. But it looks at is having confidence that it's yielding results. Do you feel that there should be more patience and more calm within the Nigerian people to this government?
Mike, are you sure you feel that things are getting better? You. People are watching you.
Well, people will say...
no, I'm asking you. Forget about all those reading book you are reading. You. Do you feel personally that things are getting better?
I don't hold a personal opinion on this subject.
Why? Are you not a Nigerian?
We understand.
Are you a Nigerian? Are you a Bibio, Anang, or Oron?
Alhaji, I would love you to answer, please.
No, I'm asking you.
Alhaji, government of the day says things are getting better. It's hearing result. But you understand the reality on ground is
there is a Hausa saying. They saw a dog. And they told him, Mr. Dog. He said, yes, sir. Where are you here? He said, I'm scavenging. He said, you don't know that festivities are going in your compound? He said, I've not seen it on the ground. If festivities are going in somebody's house, there will be bones thrown. So the dog could have picked and wouldn't have come out to scavenge. So that is why I'm asking you.
Okay.
If you personally believe that you are okay, me, I'm not okay.
Okay, if government, understand on removing subsidy, prices of fuel was highly determined by the exchange rate. And now you will have Nigerians getting fuel at over 980, 970, away from the 1,200, 1,100. And a Naira, government said it looked that it would get to about 1,500 for unifications. Would you feel that
when they removed the subsidy, how much was fuel being sold?
That was under subsidy regime. The fuel price then was under subsidy regime.
Yes.
At a 200, 180.
180. Have you seen Jonathan in Sokoto recently?
You know better. That's a
No. We are all Nigerians. You are a pressman. You must have got an information from your reporter. Have you seen Jonathan in Sokoto? Huh? Over uncountable number of people came out to welcome Jonathan and ask him to come back and take us to where he left. Which means they have knocked Buhari and Tinubu out, asking Jonathan to come back. You know how you people treated Jonathan when he was in power? How you called him names? You journalists, incompetent, clueless, this. Do you remember? And now people, conservative people like Sokoto, are asking him to do what? Huh? So, the truth of the matter is that I know with your cheeks like this, you don't feel what is happening. Some of us who are down the ladder are really worried that by the time they increase VAT with 0.01%, we would not be able to live.
But they are coming out to say that they're not increasing the VAT. All right.
You don't know that in the graph they made, after some time they will increase it to 10%. You don't know that one now because you are afraid they will watch you. You are supporting them.
No,
and deny yourself of the goodies of life because you want to be a good boy.
Elijah, I'm not picturing I'm not giving a picture of a good boy. I'm doing a job of getting a report of what government is saying, the analysis from the government, and for me to also get your opinion. That's the extent we have this.
It's okay, you had my own.
Thank you. All right, let's move on to the way forward, because Elijah, even if we have to talk of 2027 politics and the demand for whosoever should continue from Tinubu, there are many Nigerians whose lives are also determinant on what is happening for 2025 and 2026. To you, all of that, for instance, the local government autonomy made by this government and governors, government calling on the governors to also look at how they can enhance, development at the grassroots. Entirely, more focus is on the federal government, and some persons are worried about, are we paying attention to what is happening within the state? For instance, it was what was said in Kano, you have your party in power. What are they doing differently at that region? That those will also ask questions to other political parties, holding the state funds, having the locations and controlling the state resources.
Mike, I want to tell you that I was a member of the Constituent Assembly in 1987. I was a member of the Constitutional Conference in 1994. I was a member of Jonathan's National Conference 2014. So we made this constitution. We laid the foundation for this constitution. And I, Bubu Galadima, had been very prominent in all these conferences as a very strong voice that even the mighty listen to when I speak. And I had always advocated for the independence of the local governments. Advocated for the independence of the local government. Of course, there are others who think that, in fact, the tire of local government should even be scrapped. But I said no. And I want to go back to your state. There are 3 ethnic groups in Akwa Ibom. The Ibibios, majority, the Anang, followed by the Oron people. It has been difficult since the coming of this republic for an Oron man to be the governor of Akwa Ibom State. Was there any?
All right.
Thank you. None. So, as far as an Oron man is concerned, he's a slave in his own state. So, in my wisdom, and in the wisdom of several right-thinking Nigerians, is that create an opportunity for the Oron man in Akwa Ibom. Has his local government, 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever number they are. If there is anything that is being shared nationally, give him his own share to manage. And there are good things about that. He can decide to invest that money in education. He can decide to invest it in health, whatever. He can decide to invest it in infrastructure. Or more so, he can decide to invest it in fishing to make more money. But let him manage his own small affairs. Now, a lot of people have said that local government chairmen and councillors are thieves. Now, the money sent to Akwa Ibom, there are how many? 30 local governments? 31?
31 local governments.
31 local governments. Instead of one person called the governor to steal that money, is it not better to have 31 thieves such that the money can be spread? Such that the disgraceful thing that has happened in Kogi, how the Igbira people welcomed, what do you call that man?
Yaya Bello,
Yaya Bello.
former governor of Kogi.
Aha. They said they stole, even if he stole their own money. That's what they are saying. Is it not disgraceful? So, let every local government, let's have a thief from that local government instead of having one thief at the center in Uyo to steal everything. Now, it is difficult to come from Etina and try to chase away the governor in Uyo, or from Oron, or from Umfum. It's difficult. But if the local government chairman steals, your people can carry cutlass and go and chase him out of the secretariat because they are very close to him. And he has no, what do you call it,
Security vote?
No, not security. That thing that you don't sue a governor, what do you call it, or president?
Oath of office?
Oh my God. He has, you know, you can't take the governor to court. What do they call it? Because he has
Immunity.
immunity. He has no immunity.
Immunity.
So they can chase him. They can machete him. Once they do that, another one that is coming behind him cannot afford to steal. But you don't have the opportunity to go and machete the governor when the brigade commander, the commissioner of police, the director of SSS, all will be protecting a thief. So which one is better? I ask you. For everybody to manage his own small and use his ingenuity to build his people, or you concentrate it in one hand. So, in this local government reform, I support this government 1,001%. But they are not doing enough. There is no reform yet, they should be told. And I'm telling them, I'm the one that who could tell them to their face. Because there is no compliance. I saw the Attorney General. He said, touch local government money and go to jail. Can he send somebody with immunity to jail? Maybe he himself doesn't read his law correctly.